work. Now, look, we've saved possibly the best till last. Well, I don't know, we've had some good things on this morning. But Jack is now going to tell us about his third favourite dinosaur. Two things before we see it. Firstly, check out his T-shirt and what it says. It's true. And secondly, check out his dinosaur book, which has made me very envious because I don't have a copy of it. Here's Jack telling us all about Ankylosaurus.
Ankylosaurus is my third favourite dinosaur. Reasons why: because he was a good fighter, he wasn't an eater, he was a plant eater. He wasn't scary, and he had a club. He was armoured on his back, his eyelids, his mouth, his neck, and he was scary in his fights because he would have been fighting like T-Rex, Carnotaurus, or Suchomimus. So the Ankylosaurus had armour on its back. You can see those pricks there. And it had a club on its tail for defence. And it even had armour over its eyelids. Isn't that a bit funny? It even had armour on its cheeks, really on its tail.
Jack, absolutely fantastic. The armoured dinosaur Ankylosaurus. And yes, it does have armour above its eyes, on its cheeks. It's got that club tail. I used to love Ankylosaurus when I was Jack's age. I still love Ankylosaurus now. I mean, obviously. But I was obsessed with Ankylosaurus, just like Jack. You know, the thought of this massive armoured lizard, you know, going around looking like a tank, battering the legs of other predatory dinosaurs, trying to break into it. Absolutely sensational. And I'm pleased to say that next week, Jack will be back with his second favourite dinosaur. You can try and guess what it might be. And then his first favourite dinosaur the week after. No prizes for guessing what that's going to be. Jack and I share an opinion on the best dinosaur ever.
Now, and on to something which is absolutely adorable, I have to say. We're going to go over to Jack. If you remember last week, he told us about his third favourite dinosaur. This week, he's back to tell us about his second.
This is my second favourite dinosaur, the Triceratops. Reasons why: because it's got those horns, the frill, the little hump, and that tail, and the forelegs. It's a plant eater. And where does it live? It lives in Canada and the USA. It eats plants, and it probably hunted down by giant theropod dinosaurs. Of course, it would have ate conifers on the floor because it was the Cretaceous. And it goes on and on and on until the volcano struck and it died. And then all we've got left are the bones from all the other periods.
I love his T-shirt. Little legend. I have to say that is 100% true. I mean, Triceratops. What a dinosaur! And I do you know what? I almost wore a Triceratops top today. I really should have done that in hindsight, because it was a Triceratops on a dance floor, which was really great, by Koala Street Art, which you can find online. It was I got sent in these brilliant T-shirts of dinosaurs doing the best things. So I think, Jack, you'd like that quite a lot. And Triceratops, I have to say, top dinosaur. I think it's in my top 3 actually. I always loved Triceratops. I used to have one of those plastic toys that I'd always hang around with. Really, really smart animals.
Anyway, look, should we switch to something altogether more positive?
Let's.
Yeah, Jack and his dinosaurs. So Jack started off with Ankylosaurus as his third favourite dinosaur.
Yeah.
Then
second favourite last week.
Triceratops.
Great dinosaur. I like that one.
So here is young dinophile, paleontologist to be, Jack, telling us about his favourite dinosaur.
So the T-Rex is my ultimate first favourite dinosaur, because it means the tyrant lizard king. It was the king of the dinosaurs, and it ate meat. It lived in the Cretaceous. It had its brain is the size of a banana. It had eyes that could see from 1 mile. It could smell extra ultimately. It had a scaly back. It could balance with its tail. Its feet could have stomped the ground. And that's why I liked T-Rex.
He is a little legend.
He is. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a little legend.
Stomping his T-Rex.
There's stompy T-Rexes.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the sound of a T-Rex stomping? I mean,
Stomping, I know.
You'd feel the vibrations.
Well, they did. We think that they actually heard and used infrasound.
Yeah, like elephants.
Like elephants do, to communicate with one another, because scientists have scanned the brain cavities of T-Rex, and they've also been able to look at their hearing. Obviously, within the skull space, there are chambers where the internal parts of the ear were, and by scanning those and looking at them, we think that we could say that T-Rex was able to hear and perhaps therefore communicate using infrasound. Cool. Infrasound. Anyway, look, Jack's got his T-Rex model there. That's a lovely model, I've got to say. Maybe it should have a few feathers, Jack, because we now think that at least some of the Tyrannosaur species were feathered, not in a sort of a feathery chicken bird sense, but with sort of...
quite colourful. Kind of the top of the head.
Can you imagine colourful feathers there?
I think it's orange. Wasn't it orange?
More like
suggested?
Spines, yeah. Well, people come up with a whole range of ideas for colours. But anyway, I've got my own T-Rex model. It's going to make Jack very envious. It's going to make a lot of people envious, I think. But here's me with my T-Rex.
Yeah. This is Jack in about 50 years' time. But he's not going to just have the head. He's going to have the whole body too.
Yeah, probably is.
And it's going to be covered in the right feathers and.
I've got a T-Rex, Jack, that lives in my garage, and there you can see me with that T-Rex.
It's quite difficult because you have to shuffle past that head every time to get to the freezer.
Yeah. It is my ambition to finally sort of live somewhere where I've got a wall big enough to put the life-size T-Rex head on. But it is one of my prized possessions. I might leave it to Jack in my will. He's a lot younger than me. Yeah. He's going to outlive me by many, many years. Maybe I'll find out where he is and leave him. You don't want it, do you? What are you going to do with that?
No, I don't. I'd much rather Jack had it because it's his favourite dinosaur. I think I'm more of a velociraptor kind of guy.
Yeah, well, that would be much smaller and easier to live with, wouldn't it? To be quite honest with you.